Okay, we are recording. So welcome everyone. I'm excited to be on the Zoom tonight training you. My name is Maria Williams. I'm a Pro 9 in Lifevantage and just got back from our global convention, which was incredible. And I'm going to have a lot of people that are on this line sharing something that they've learned, that they got from it. I would love to hear from a diverse number of people that maybe it was their first time that they went, someone that had some sort of breakthrough, and I know we have some elites that are going to share also. So I want to talk about, there's so much that happened, but I want to talk about the two speakers that were there, because these two speakers, John Maxwell and Andy Andrews, were amazing. They are one of my two favorite writers and authors. I have read a ton of John Maxwell's books on leadership, and Andy Andrews has some amazing, amazing books. These are, you can sit down in an afternoon and read this book, The Traveler's Gift. It is a story, it has history involved in it and intertwined into it, and it talks about 7 principles, 7 decisions to make in your life. So I want to talk first about John Maxwell's 15 laws of growth. The basis of this book, it's about growing. It's about developing yourself. And no matter what you want out of life, he talks about 15 different principles and how you can apply them to your life and change your life. He went through only 5 of the principles, the first 5. And what I loved was he talked about the principles, and then a Pro 10 elite distributor, Master Pro 10, came on and talked about that principle and how it applied to Lifevantage, how you can apply this to Lifevantage. You know, the first one, the law of intentionality, is being intentional in your life. If you want something out of life, you have to be intentional. You have to be purposeful, right? You have to set the intention of what you want into the world. Ask God for what you want every day, first thing in the morning. And when you go to bed at night, you have to set that intention and then live your life intentionally. Live your life with what you're going to do to get what you want out of life. So I'm not going to go through all the principles. I want to spend as a little extra time is on the traveler's gift. So I'm going to use my notes because there are 7 decisions, and I really think that these are pretty awesome. One thing, if you want to see Andy Andrews' whole entire presentation, we have the amazing Marilyn Moser, who she was able to record it all Facebook Live on her team page. And if you go to M&M LV team and you join that team and you scroll down, you can watch the whole entire presentation. You can even go to YouTube and type in Andy Andrews, the Traveler's Gift, or just Andy Andrews on YouTube. And there, he has presentations there that he's done this topic and this talk. It's always a little bit different how he starts and he ends, but the principles are all the same. So I want to talk about these 7 principles. The first one is responsibility. Okay, somebody has their hand raised. I don't know what that means. Let me see if I can find what she's trying to ask.
Jackie and David in Texas need to mute their audio.
Okay, I'm going to mute everybody again. And hopefully that helps. There's 111 people on. Awesome. I love this. And so the first principle is responsibility. And he talks about that you are responsible for your life. And he talked about stop blaming other people. Make a decision and say, I am responsible. So if your life isn't the way you want it to be, if your business isn't the way you want it to be, then you need to work on it. You need to accept responsibility and make a decision and change it, because it is up to us. If we blame others, That's excuses. We can't have excuses. If you want to change your life and have a different life, well, just accept the responsibility and take a step forward in life and make a different decision, make a better decision. Number 2, wisdom. I am seeking wisdom. You should always be seeking wisdom. He said, doing nothing is aiming at nothing. So if you do nothing, nothing's going to happen, right? So you need to seek wisdom. You need to have a deeper understanding of the principles of whatever you're studying. And there's one thing, when I taught at my breakout session, I talked about if I could go back to the beginning sooner, I would have done more mindset stuff from day one. And I suggest when you get a new distributor, find something on YouTube and get them engaged 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes every day, listening to something for your mindset. I just typed in on YouTube, how to overcome fear. And I just got a slew of videos and different presenters. The thing is, you've got to find someone that you connect with, that you like their messaging, because we all say the same thing, right? If we're talking about how to overcome fear, but someone may give you an example and say it different, and it's going to connect with you better than someone else. So sometimes you've got to listen to different speakers to find the one. You can type in motivational speakers and see what comes up. There's tons of free stuff on there. So I would start right from the get-go, listening to something 10 to 15 minutes on your mindset, how to change your brain, how to get anything you want out of life. Whatever you put in as a topic, it's going to come up, because this business, anybody can do this, but it takes the right mindset. This isn't difficult. Is it difficult to say to someone, hey, check out this video, watch this ABC investigative report? Is that difficult? No. Christy, I see you shaking your head. Awesome, I love the participation. No, it's not difficult. Where it gets difficult is you get in your own head and you start thinking, what about they say this? What about if they think this? What about if they think I'm a salesperson? What about? Who cares? Just show the ABC and have a conversation with someone. If they're not interested, next. By doing that, that's how I got to Pro 9, was by sharing, having a conversation, and seeing if there's a connection. Okay, I gotta go through these faster because I got other people that want to talk on here. Hold on, my phone. Okay, the next one is, I am a person of action. Everything you do matters, everything. We are made to move. We are made to be creative. So take action. I'm reading Mel Robbins' book, The 5-Second Rule. When you think of something, you have 5 seconds to do something about it. If you don't, your brain is going to talk you out of it. I promise you. Do it tomorrow morning. Get up earlier and say, I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go walk a mile. And listen to your brain as you get up. If you lay there in bed and don't get out of bed, you're going to talk yourself out of it. It happens every single time. I was sitting on an airplane with someone, started a conversation, and I almost let my brain stop me because I was exhausted. And I'm like, I'm exhausted. I just want to take a nap because it's been a long 3-4 days. And I said, no, I'm going to talk to this person. And come to find out, she works for a pharmaceutical company. She has a PhD, biochemistry, and did not know about Nerve-2 activation, but it was very, very intrigued. I don't know what's going to come out of it, but I'm not attached. I'm not going to cry if she's not interested in this at all. I'm not going to get upset over it. I just started a conversation and connected with it, exchanged information, and we'll see where it goes. Number 4, have a decided heart. Make a decision right now that you want to be successful in Lifevantage business, that you want to be successful, that you want to be an elite distributor. That's the first thing you have to do, is make a decision. Number 5, choose to be, he said happy, but then Andy Andrews said no, choose to be joyful. Choose to be grateful. There's 4 or 5 things that I do in the morning. And one of the things before I open my eyes, I thank God for everything he's given me. I thank God for just being awake and having another day to live. And I thank him for all the amazing things he's given to me. And whenever I get down or I get frustrated or things aren't going the way I want, I do what Tony Robbins teaches, is take 3 deep breaths. And while you're taking those 3 deep breaths, think of 3 things that you are grateful for. Change that mindset instantly. Number 6, I will greet each day with a forgiving spirit. The other thing I do is I forgive before I go to bed. I forgive anything that's happened during the day that I've been mad at, a person that aggravated me, that I got angry at. I just send out forgiveness into the world. Number 7, I will persist without exception. Persist. And one of the things I did is before Andy Andrews got on stage, I went backstage quickly because I figured he had to be there, and he was getting ready, just, you know, he was just standing around talking to some people, and I went with my book and I said, would you please autograph my book for me? And if you can see, and he asked me my name, and he wrote my name, Maria, to Maria Persist, Andy Andrews. And I took a picture of him, which I posted on my Facebook page. Look, that took 5 seconds of courage. I went back there, and I'm like, nobody's stopping me. And, you know, I just went back there, decided, and I told him that I had seen his YouTube presentation, read all his books, and he asked for my name and signed it. And that just made me feel so amazing to be able to have that picture with them and to have that signature, just that connection with them. So I want to turn it over to a couple of other people that have lots of things that, you know, they want to share. First, I'm going to turn it over to Marilyn Moser, who's on here. You can unmute yourself, Marilyn, and then I'm going to turn it over to you to share what breakthrough you had, 1 or 2 tips for people that didn't go, and you know, anything you want to share with us.
Well, thank you, Maria, so much for inviting me. Can you hear me okay? Got up at 4 a.m. this morning, and so I am a little bit exhausted, but it's a great exhaustion because when you attend these events, it is life-changing. And any of us that have gone more than 3 to 5 years in this company, or almost 6 years now for me, it's because I was very consistent and persistent on attending these events. So they are so key to your personal development and to your overall success. What really impressed me is when we were in the leadership conference before the convention started, John Maxwell talked about the all of the invitations. He gets thousands of invitations from companies to partner with them and be part of their company experience and leadership development. But we are so fortunate that he actually chose our company. And he has very high standards.
Marilyn, hold on 1 second. Marilyn, hold on 1 second. I'm going to try to mute someone. I'm trying to find who's not muted. I cannot find who is not muted.
I don't have any babies in my house.
I know. Whoever has a baby, please mute your computer. Go down to the bottom left-hand corner and hit mute, because we can hear your baby, and I love babies, but we can't hear Marilyn.
That's okay. I'd rather hear the baby, right? Okay. Can you hear me okay? Still can hear the baby.
I can see Jackie and David in Texas are still unmuted.
I'm looking
I think
at the
we're good
list.
now. Go ahead.
Okay. So what I was saying is that John Maxwell, he gets inundated with invitations to partner with all of different companies, and he has a very strict, high, you know, a lot of companies that want him to partner as their leadership coach. But he selected Lifevantage, and he said that he has very strict criteria that has to be met. His values have to be congruent with the company he selects. So you guys, he selected our company to partner with in the next few years. He is giving us leadership development that would cost us thousands of dollars. The one thing he talked about is that all leaders, they're constantly learning and they're constantly developing themselves. If you think you're done learning or that you're done developing on this journey with Lifevantage or even in life, just as you age, if we want to become better and we want to be able to give value to people, we can't give what we don't have. So I thought it was very important that he selected Lifevantage. That should make you very, very proud that he selected our company to partner with. And he asked us all to come up with one word that was kind of what describes who we are or what our purpose is. So it took me a little soul searching over the course of the 3 days, but I came up with the word empower. Because I remember there was a place in my life at one time I felt very not empowered at all. I felt fearful, I was insecure, I was worried about what everyone else thought, I was just a mess. And so it's not that I have it all figured out now, but I know now it's like I feel, I want to empower others. I want to add value to you and your teams and help my team. And to me, that is very, very, a great thing to know is your purpose in your one word. So that was a great thing. He talked about good intentions and that good intentions are great deceivers because unless they become good actions, then, it's kind of moot point, right? We can talk all day about starting, getting ready to get ready, but until you do something and take action, then that is where the game changes. So unless you become good at those actions, intentionality puts action into your life. And intentions are worthless without actions. So we talked about from stage, or they talked about at the end of the conference, how to do 60 exposures in 30 days. And all of us got these little bracelets that say 60 and 30, and I commit. And so even if it's just writing down 60 names or 100 names or contacting 60 different people and exposing them to a Zoom meeting or a one-on-one or the ABC Primetime, whatever your exposure is for those 60 days or for those 60 people in the next 30 days. They brought up on stage Bob and Muffy from Nebraska, who in the month of March, they exposed this 66 times to 30 in those 30 days, 66 exposures. They said they had 28 people say yes and 38 no's. So to me, that was like, wow, if we can all just put our intentions into actions, and even if it's not 60, if you even just do 30, run the numbers. If you do the numbers, you're going to get there where you have at least 3 or 4 new people join your team. And so I thought that was very powerful to me, seeing the Elams up on stage. And then at the leadership meeting, we saw Eric Albrechtsen, who had a hunting accident 16 months ago. And, here he is up on stage walking with a peg leg. And, I thought we all think we have problems in our life, but it is the way we look at it, our perspective on life. And Andy Andrews talked about our perspective. And our pastor talks about this too sometimes. He talks about getting that 30-foot or that 30,000-foot view or whatever. Get your life into perspective. And when you see these people that have, the Elams going through this horrible accident and their 2 children sitting in a wheelchair and enjoying going to prom, and here they are in their prom dress in a wheelchair, things like that. It really puts your life into perspective and how we can be grateful for what we have and grateful for Lifevantage. I'm grateful for the mentors I have in my life and for each one of you that are part of this with me on this journey. Another fun thing I thought I took away was seeing the new people that had never experienced. We had 5 or 6 new people that had never gone to this global convention before. And it was like seeing somebody experience something for the first time and how excited they were. Get that excitement back into your life. And I promise you, it'll change your whole perspective and the importance of going to these events. If you sign up for Denver, you get to include the John Maxwell training. It's priceless. In no matter where you are in life, it's going to help you in your personal life, in your professional life. So do it, be there. And thank you, Maria, for letting me share a little bit about my experience. I appreciate it.
I couldn't even unmute myself. Thank you, Marilyn. And we're going to have you presenting. You need to send me a date that you're available to do Sunday night training, and then we'll give you the topic. So we need to hear more from you, Marilyn, because you are amazing and I love you. Pro 7 in our business. I just, every time I get to these conferences and I see what we have created in 7 years, I get goosebumps. We had over 500 people on our team there. That is amazing. So forgive me if I didn't get to you and saw you. It's just tough with so many people. I want to talk about 2 little things you said. One thing you said, John Maxwell said, pick a word, right? Well, my son, we went to a mother-son communion breakfast 2-3 weeks ago, and he was given a stone, and he was said, write one word that describes your mother. And my word is believer. He just so knows his mom. Why? Because he said on the back, he wrote, because you believe in me, yourself, and many others. So that is who I am. I'm a believer. I believe that everyone on our team can be an elite distributor. I want everyone on our team to be an elite distributor. I believe in you. You need to start believing in yourself. I am going to take the 60 people in 30-day challenge, okay? And I'm gonna post something somewhere to see how many people want to sign up for it. Because now, listen, I've been doing this for 7 years. I've talked to over 500 people. All my friends and all the people I know, they know that I do this. I've talked to them. So I've got to go find 60 new people, which is more difficult. But I've got my first name on the list. Corinne, right? The girl that I met on the plane yesterday. See, people are all around you. You just have to start a conversation and get their contact info and send them the information. So number 1 is done. I want to turn it over to Dr. Melody Rodari next. So unmute yourself, Melody. I am so humbled. When they put the doctors, the new medical advisory board, I think there's 8 doctors. 5 of those doctors are from our team. Isn't that crazy? We have an amazing team, people. I think we personally have the best team in the world, best team in Lifevantage. 5 of the doctors come from our team. So, and one of those doctors is Dr. Melody Rodari, who is going to just share whatever she wants from her heart. So Melody, take it over.
Thank you, Maria. I really enjoyed this this Global Academy, because it was something that I think that my husband and I really needed, as far as just having the biggest team in the 2.5 years that we've been a part of Lifevantage, and getting to just realize that I have to keep growing. And so John Maxwell and Andy Andrews really spoke to me with that, where I have to grow to personally every day. And I think sometimes physicians, I can take it a step further. We think that we know everything, and it takes a lot of courage to say, I have to look that up. I don't know that. And in the past year, with having to do recertification, I realized that there's been changes in medicine, and I have to stay on top of it no matter what field my expertise is. And so my word was passion, and I have a lot of passion for medicine and the health of others. And that's why Lifevantage means so much to me, because I can reach so many more people doing this business than doing a private practice. And so it's an honor to be on the medical advisory board. And we didn't even know all the names until Dr. Chevreau was, announcing them all. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, they're on our team. Oh my gosh, they're on, part of Maria and Carrie's team. And how exciting is that we all have the same message and passion to make a difference in so many lives. So One was growth. I need to be growing every day. That is really my challenge, so I can keep moving uphill and get rid of some of my downhill habits, which is, okay, I'm fine, I can be stuck here for a little bit. No, it's not okay. So I need to keep climbing daily. I love that John Maxwell talked about even on Christmas Day, on his birthday. I mean, he didn't even take a break, right? I mean, every day he's doing the 5 things that he has as his goals. And number 2, I need to be the leader that I want others to be. I need to set that example. And I need to follow through. And 3 was by Andy Andrews, was the you can't believe everything you think. That totally took me by surprise. I'm like, how can you not believe everything you think? So anyway, I hope everyone else had a great time. I'm going to start reading both of those books. I'm definitely excited to just continue on this journey, and grateful that of the journey that it's been presented to me. So as you taught me the first week I met you, this is a gift. Go out and give it. Whether or not everybody loves it as much as I loved the gift being given to me, it's out of my hands. I've done my job and I've given that gift, and whether someone loves it or not is okay. I'm not attached to the response.
Perfect. Thank you, Dr. Melody Rodari. That was amazing. And yes, we all have to continue growing and learning to get better at this. And I'm so appreciative. And you are going to be phenomenal on that medical advisory board, because I know where your heart is. I know how you love and get this science, and you will give guidance to this company to stay on the right path and do the right thing. So love you. I'm going to turn it over now to Marissa Harelson, Pro 6 Marissa Harelson. She said she had something she wanted to share. So Marissa, go ahead, unmute yourself first. Unmute yourself, you're muted, and then go, girl.
Maria, thank you so much. What an empowering global convention. And, you know, you can't miss this. You just can't. But I'm going to just give you one little thing. And I know you're busy. I know there's a lot of other people that want to talk. And I just want to say that I loved what John Maxwell said. There were so many nuggets, so you could just go forever. But I'm just going to share one 5-second thing that just resonated with me. My word is joy. It was inspire and joy. I asked Patty Connell, help me decide, help me figure out what my word is, because it's hard. You're really looking at yourself and who you are and where you need to grow and where your strengths are, right? So we're not all perfect. And I am joyful, and that is something I'm so grateful for. And I'm cheerful. And that's something I'm grateful for. And I'm inspiring, and my LLC is Inspire Change. So I was like, how do I hone down those words, to make it that one word and then the other 4 words to help me keep organized. But what I love what he said is, I will grow every day. I will learn something new. I will help people and tell people as you're doing this, and I've already booked 2 one-on-ones, is I will grow every day. I will learn something new. But actually what I was going to say is that, John Maxwell, some people have been, I say I'm doing some personal growth work. I'm doing some coaching right now. And now John Maxwell is my mentor. He's in my personal growth plan. I'm actually doing an online class with him, and he's actually working specifically with Lifevantage, my business. And a woman I was talking to today on the phone, she's been working with nonprofits for years and helping nonprofits grow, but she's not sure that's what she wants to keep doing. And I said, well, why don't we just get together and I can show you what I'm doing? It may or may not speak to you, and that's okay, but at least, she goes, I love your passion. I want to meet with you. I want to see what you're doing. I said, okay, let's get together. And I said, and as we were talking, I wove in that conversation about John Maxwell actually being our personal growth mentor in my company. And that was like, wow. So guys, take advantage of that. Don't miss out on that, right? So that's really just kind of my little nugget for tonight. Thanks, Maria. I love you so much. Thank you so much for all you do for all of us.
Thank you, Marissa. Thank you. Yeah, I using John Maxwell as he's personally mentoring us is huge. I signed up right away for that because, I just think we're going to get so much out of it. and we're going to be able to give so much back to people as we learn. Yes. I know Judy Allman is out there, Pro 8 Judy Allman. Tammy and Mark Doherty, Tammy Doherty is out there, Pro 8. I'd love to hear from you guys on what you took away from this event. Please, and anyone else that wants to share something. I know we've had some people that this was their first event. I would love to hear from someone that this was their first event, and just tell us your thoughts. So unmute yourself, and you'll pop up, and and you can take it away. Does anyone? I can talk forever, but I want someone else to share something. Don't be shy. One thing I learned, when you get asked in this business, never say no. Never say no. I know Kelly is the first time you've been there. Erin, it's your first time you've been at Elite Academy or Global. Who wants to share something? No one. Come on.
No, come on.
Maria, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Who is this?
This is Bev Heyer from Boise, Idaho.
Hi, Bev.
And it was my first time at Global.
Wonderful. So tell us, what was your experience? Was it what you expected?
It was more than I expected. It was absolutely phenomenal. What I loved so much about it was all the time I've been on calls and been on Zooms and seen people on Facebook, and I was able to connect with them. And that sense of connecting with people who are like-minded and who are wanting to grow and wanting to learn and feeling the energy and the power through all of that is something you can't even explain to anybody else. And just knowing that you're part of something so big and so powerful, and you're a part of it. I'm a part of it. And that is the energy was just amazing. And that was my biggest thing, that I was able to make those connections and put things together in my mind and know that I can do this.
Absolutely. Bev, thank you so much for sharing. Yes, I remember the first time I went to an event, to a Lifevantage event, and I was just blown away. It was much more than what I expected. You know, you go in thinking one thing and you come out like, wow. And yes, connecting with people is incredible when you see them on Facebook or you've only talked on the phone, and then when you see the person, and that connection is incredible. So thank you for coming, and you're only going to get bigger, stronger, better at this the more you play, and yes, and have the success you want. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tammy, I see that you unmuted yourself. Go, girl. Tammy Doherty from...
I am so sorry. I had to step away to tuck two kids in real quick. So did you talk about yet, like, the free shipping and some of that kind of stuff?
No, go. That's great.
Okay, guys, I am so excited. Our company offered so many incentives and just great things for us at this event. And one of those is free shipping. How many of you, with a nod of a head, have ever heard, wow, that's a lot for shipping? I personally don't think it is, because we pay shipping for lots of things, but I've heard that from our customers. Now we have these great packages, and if you just go to lifevantage.com, you can see those packages. Some of them, when you buy our new True Science, which if you don't know, let me find my notes real quick, but it's obviously been updated. The sizes are, a couple of them are bigger, one's a little bit smaller, and the anti-aging cream is exactly the same. Very user-friendly, but when you buy a True Science system for $140, so it's cheaper, you will get free shipping. And anything else you want to add to that, guess what you get? Free shipping for the whole thing. In addition to that, when you, sorry, where's the things from yesterday? Sorry, my notes are a little scattered. I got back home and it's been crazy ever since, and I'm a little scattered. But when you get our, what's it called, the thing, the three system? It's the Protan, the Nerf 1, the Nerf 2, and the probiotic. What did Dr. Fifi call that? I loved it.
Oh, I know. I called it the trifecta of health, but she called it something else.
The trifecta of, I love that too. Let's just go with that. I think she said the daily tune-up.
Essential.
The essential package. When you get those three things, the Protan, or the Nerf 1, the Nerf 2, and the probiotic, guess what you get? Free shipping. Isn't that exciting, guys? And anything that you add to that package, you get free shipping. So often, like I have a new gal, and she is choosing a customer, and she said, I'm really interested in Nerf 1 and Nerf 2. So when I talked to her earlier, I said, you know, that's great, but when you add on the probiotic, which really will help you get the tune-up that everybody needs on a daily basis, you're going to get free shipping. So it's so worth the investment of a few more dollars to get that free shipping, but then to give your body the total tune-up. So make sure whatever you're doing, you get the free shipping. If you have a customer who says, I just want the Nerf 1, the Protandem, bless you, Jake, then you want to make sure that you offer them more for free shipping. I'm telling you guys, how many of you before Amazon Prime would get to, what was it, $25 or $30 just to get free shipping, right? Or at Kohl's, if you're on Kohl's.com, like I've been buying school pants and stuff, you go to $50 just to get free shipping. So we have this opportunity to really help you and your team increase their average orders to get to that 100 to 200 PV on every new customer. And think of what that's going to do. If you take the number of customers that you have in your business every single month, let's say you have 10, just 10 new customers every month, or 50 new customers a month in your total business, and everybody ups it by 100, that's thousands of dollars in new sales. That's a rank promotion right there. So I haven't gone through all those numbers, but guys, really encourage your team and start teaching them to think bigger and to add on. Just like, you know, when you go to a checkout, I was at the airport late last night, and I was super tired. I had to get a bottle of water. What do you think the girl asked me at the checkout? Would you like a candy bar or a granola bar to go with that? So we don't do that enough, guys. I think we just, many of us just say, oh, great, so you want the probiotic, you're gonna love it. Instead of saying, well, let me tell you how you can get free shipping and get a total body tune-up. So there's that. And then the one other thing I wanted to say on the business, that's kind of business, but that's also product. But at our gala on Friday night with the recognition and the Elims talked and there was a panel, it was such a great event. And I'm sure those of you who are there would agree. Shake your heads if you agree, right? It was a great event on Friday night. And the panel included quite a few great people, including Kazi. And I loved what when asked, what do you do for your daily activity every day? 3 things. What? 1, when you wake up, start thinking after you do your gratitude stuff, what's good in your business today? Number 2, who is enrolling people? Look at your back office. Who is enrolling people? And number 3, what she said, and I think what we all do, but maybe I'm not as intentional, is make sure I'm networking every single day. I'm putting that smile on my face and I'm intentionally meeting people, even if I'm not like maybe in the best mood or in a situation where I'm with a lot of people. Make an intentional effort instead of sitting at home and working on the computer, go to a coffee shop, whatever it is, but to network every single day, collecting names, meeting people, farming, as we call it. So there's so much more, guys. Such a great event. And for those of you who plugged in, incredible. And I'm sure there'll be more on tomorrow's call. But thanks, Maria, for hosting this. You're amazing. We adore you. And back to you.
Thank you, Tammy. And Tammy, we want you to pick a date too that you can do one of these Sunday night trainings. So send me a date you might be available, and because this is important to hear from different people, because it's the same. The blueprint is the blueprint, but when you hear it from someone different, they just may give you a little example that you're like, wow, I never saw it that way. I didn't think of it that way. So we want to keep these to 30 minutes. Thank you for being on this call tonight. 60 people in 30 days, join the challenge, be on our call tomorrow morning I know they'll go through, Stu is amazing. He's going to go through a ton of stuff, and we've got to hear it over and over again. One thing that I learned from Sherry Hollenbach from Wyoming, the Pro 7 on that elite panel, she talked about promoting and being consistent, promoting over and over again and being consistent. So these new promotions, you need to understand them. You need to promote them. We've got an amazing trip to Atlantis. You almost a year. You've got almost, I mean, you don't have a year to qualify if you start going now, but you've got plenty of time to make it work. But it is getting this in front of 60 people every 30 days. And you can meet 60 new people every day. You can go through your warm market and find 60 people that you haven't talked to. So I'm excited for tomorrow morning to hear what else we have to hear. So we promote from event to event. The next event is tomorrow morning, listening to the Motivational Monday call with Stu and Carrie and whoever they have on there, and all the great information that we're going to hear. Thank you so much. This will be, well, it is being recorded. It will be posted on Shawn and Michelle Poe's YouTube site, and then you can take it from there and share it with anyone you want. So have a blessed night, and I look forward to seeing you and hearing about your amazing results that you're having and your success stories. Thank you, everyone. Good night.